Hello everybody, my name is Michał and welcome to this video where I talk about the importance of having a good computer mouse. I've been playing games on PC probably since 1992 or 1993, but in 1997 I got the first PC with a keyboard and mouse combo, so I have 21 years of experience using a computer mouse for playing video games. But pretty much all those years I've been using a basic computer mouse. Nothing fancy, just the regular stuff. I mean, back in the old days, as far as I recall, there weren't really any gaming mice you could buy. And the regular mouse was working fine for me anyway, so why change anything? And even, a few years ago, I was still using a $10 PC mouse, but finally when I did a lot of future-free videos and I was spending a lot of time playing this game, I realized, come on, let's get something better. So around 2 years I bought this M710, M705 Logitech mouse and keyboard combo, which I paid like $80 for, which is already a few times more than the standard Logitech keyboard and mouse combo that costs only $16. While the M705 isn't a gaming mouse, with the Logitech software you can set up some specific gaming setups for the mouse, plus it has 1000 dpi. 1000 dpi may not sound a lot, but actually most CS GO pro players use only 400 dpi, so you don't really need more than 1000 dpi, right? So the M705 was working quite well. And in March last year I started playing PUBG, an online shooter, probably the first online shooter I've been playing for many years. And I found out that I really suck at them, and so I tried to get better. But in this game you basically loot for, 20 minutes or run or hide or whatever. And in those 20 minutes you pretty much get only one kill, which is actually sometimes even, a roadkill where you don't really have to use the mouse anyways. So just to get better at PUBG, I started to play Counter-Strike, where you shoot a lot, so you can improve your aim way faster than in PUBG. But when I started to go for headshots all the time, it was way easier for me to realize that this M705 mouse that by itself costs $20 isn't the most precise. While most times when I aimed at an enemy's head, the movement was smooth and precise, but sometimes I would get this little pause in between. I will still move the mouse in a smooth way, but the crosshair will just stop for a split second until I move the mouse farther. But what finally made me buy a gaming mouse was the fact that this wireless M705 mouse would disconnect for like 2-3 seconds, which, in PUBG or Witcher 3 wasn't really a big problem. But when you were in constant firefights in CSGO, it was a problem, so I had to change it. A few weeks ago I was watching a video of Shroud saying that it isn't really that important what kind of mice you use, but that you kind of find one that is comfortable for you and that you stick to it, because changing between different mice is a little bit bad, because they're slightly different and you'll have to get used to the new mouse. So I thought, let's do some aim exercises with my current M705 mouse and see how fast and accurate I am with it, and then buy a new gaming mouse, a good gaming mouse, and see how long it will take me to be as good as with my old mouse, and how much more I can improve with the more expensive gaming mouse. I decided to use 3 different aim exercises that I've been doing for the last few months, which is important because I know how well I will do, and I know that it will take at least a month to really improve on the results, and 2-3 more days isn't really gonna improve any of the results. My first aim exercise was using aimbooster.com's Twitch mode with a 20 pixel target and a 0.08 seconds spawn time for 100 targets, and see how many of them I can hit. My second exercise was in CSGO on the aimbot's training map, where I will stand in the middle, take an SG552, put on 100 kills challenge, and with an uneven ground and headshots only, and I will measure how long it will take me to get those 100 headshots. The last exercise was joining a headshot only DAS2 deathmatch map and playing it until I got 100 kills or I was killed 100 times, whatever came first. I knowing that doing this exercise wasn't the most precise because I would playing each time against different enemies, but I needed to know how the mice will do in a real game. I did those 3 exercises every day in the same order. First, going for the 100 targets on aimbooster.com, then going for 100 headshots on aimbot's training map in CSGO and measuring the time, and then playing the headshot only DAS2 deathmatch game. And so I'll get an average of 44% hit targets on aimbooster.com. I'll get an average of 1 minute and 23 seconds for the 100 headshots on aimbot's training map, and I get an average kill death ratio of 0.9 on the DAS2 headshot only deathmatch map. I tried to always join the same server, but this wasn't always possible since the server that I favored was sometimes just empty and full with bots, so this won't be a legit test. So I also giving here the results for the average KD ratio just playing on the same server. I did these 3 tests on 5 different occasions, which in total gave me around 1,500 kills or targets hit, which should be a big enough group to have statistical meaning. After these tests, I decided to buy a premium gaming mouse, and since I'm addicted to YouTube videos, I decided to watch a few YouTube videos with suggestions what's the best FPS gaming mouse. And one of the videos, one of the YouTubers said that he really likes the Razer DeathAdder gaming mouse because he likes the optical sensor in it, and he likes it being quite large since he's quite tall. And since I'm also 6'3" and have probably bigger than average hands, I figured that's a good argument for myself. I also searched Amazon's gaming mouse category above $35, and the Razer DeathAdder Elite was the top search results, plus it had an average consumer rating of 4.4 stars. Plus I checked what kind of mice professional CSGO players use, and many were using Razer's DeathAdder Elite or another of the DeathAdder series. I also liked how the mouse looked. It was simple. I didn't really want anything with like 20 buttons or a crazy design, just a simple good gaming mouse. What also convinced me on this mouse is that it was labeled as having the most precise optical sensor. Once I got this mouse, I set its DPI to 400, which the most CSGO players use. The previous M705 had a DPI of 1000, and you really couldn't change it. The Razer DeathAdder Elite has 60,000 DPI, but you can change it to almost whatever you want with the settings. So I use the 400 DPI that most CSGO players use. But then I had to tweak the Windows mouse sensitivity to get the same overall sensitivity as with the previous mouse. And to do this, I opened again the CSGO training aimbot training map and just moved my mouse from one end of the mousepad to the other, and looked every time how much it will move my crosshair. So I set the settings so that it will move my crosshair the same distance as with the old mouse. While setting the mouse sensitivity up, I already realized that the $60 Razer DeathAdder Elite is already way more precise than the old $20 mouse, because when with the old mouse, when I previously do the test and move the mouse from one end of the mousepad to the other, each time it will end up, slightly farther or closer than the previous time. I figured this is because I just don't move the mouse precisely from one end of the mousepad to the other. There will be some slight difference in the distance traveled on the mousepad, and that's why I'm getting different results. But with the Razer DeathAdder Elite, once moving the mouse from one side of the mousepad to the other, the results will almost be always the same. The crosshair will end up in almost exactly the same spot that it was do in the previous runs. So that gave me the first hint that this mouse is really much more precise. After that, I did all the same aiming exercises with the new gaming mouse, and right away my results were much better than with the old $20 mouse. I've previously thought that, it's gonna take me a while since I'm accustomed and used to the new mouse. I probably have to play, at least a week with the new mouse to, be even at the level of using the old map. But right away, look at the results. I was already doing my first exercise after setting up the mouse sensitivity. I already had way better results. My aimbooster.com accuracy test improved by 55%. I was able to get the 100 headshots on bots on the aimbot's training map in CSGO 8 seconds faster, which is 10% better, and I got a 25% better KD ratio if counting all 10 games played, and a 34% better KD ratio if only counting the 8 games played on the same headshot only server. After doing these tests with the new gaming mouse, I hooked up the old mouse again just to make sure that my overall aiming skills didn't improve, and with the old mouse I still suck. And I did, I got a 48% accuracy on aimbooster.com, which is way worse than with the new mouse. And what's more important is that now with the old mouse, the aiming felt even way worse. Before I didn't even realize how bad the mouse was. But after I played with the new mouse for a week, the old mouse felt way worse than it previously did, and this probably shows that until you get to use a very good mouse, you don't really realize how imprecise your old mouse is. Especially, the biggest problem, again, I saw those aims that just slightly stopped before I hit the target, and that was really bad for me. In the end, I want to make sure that the message of this video isn't that Razer has the best mice and Logitech's mice really suck. That's probably not the case. I just want to point out what I didn't really think is that having a good gaming mice is really important. There are big difference between different mices, how precise they are. So you will get a real big instant improvement if you switch from a standard mouse to a good gaming mouse. Also, I don't really want to say that changing from my old mouse to Razer's DeathAdder Elite will improve my KD only by 30%. It's probably even more. Think about it. I was using the old mouse for, around 2 years, and I'm using the Razer's DeathAdder Elite only for a week. It probably take me some time to fully get used to the new mouse, and my results will improve in the following weeks. And I already see that. I'm doing tests and aim exercises every day, like I did for the last few months, and I already got today a 82 and a 84 accuracy results on aimbooster.com, and I got a new record on the Botz training map with an 1 minute and 12 second results for 100 headshots. I'm sure that probably a lot of gamers already know that having a good gaming mouse is really important, but looking at my friends that I'm playing PUBG or Counter-Strike with, I know a lot of them using still a standard mouse, so I hope this video has been helpful to a lot of players. Thanks for watching and see you next time.